Hi, I'm Dean, and welcome to my office. One of the things that we stress on our channel is that we want you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy so that you can live your love. One of the things that we love to do is travel and just be out in nature, this beautiful state park, Wallace State Park right now. What we're going to do today is we're going to show you what our budget is, which enables us to do those things that we've just said. Now, some of these ranges on some of these categories are quite high because we did extensive traveling in January, for instance. We went all the way from Missouri down to Arizona and back. We also went all the way down to Louisiana to visit some friends at a meetup, Slow Momentum's meetup down there. But I want to give you the categories that we had, what the average is for those first 4 months, so that you can get an idea of how much it costs us to be full-time. All right, before we hit this first category, I want you to stay to the very end, because at the very end I'm going to be talking about one of the things that I think you guys are going to be interested in, and that is essentially how low can we go? How low can we go on a monthly budget and still be able to travel and do the things that we want to do to live our love? So stay to the end. Okay, our first category today is housing in our tiny space over here. So like, for example, when we're mooch stocking, we always chip in about 80 bucks for electric, water, for the laundry that we use, that type of stuff, over at our sister-in-law's house. But while we were traveling, of course, we had campground fees. Now, we do try to boondock as much as we can, and that helps. We do a lot of Walmart parking lots. So these are things that we can do that will help to lower the cost. But I do want to mention, what's the monthly average that we spend on campsite fees? Also, fuel costs that pertain to camping. So not filling the truck, but just pertain to camping. For example, the propane that we use. So the total for this particular first 4 months of 2021 is $137.50. All right, our second category is transportation. Now, as you might imagine, this one differed wildly. January, I think we spent $450 just on diesel fuel as we traveled to Arizona and back to Missouri. On those months where we were just kind of boondocking or mooch docking in place, the cost was much, much less. But on average, and by the way, this also includes any maintenance that we did, like oil changes. It also includes things, for example, like the auto insurance or truck insurance that we have to keep on it, safety inspection, that type of stuff. Those things that kind of occur throughout the course of those 4 months are all averaged in. And the total came to $323 per month for those first 4 months. All right, next on our list is food and sundries. Now, this is how much are we spending per month on food, and that's not only just the food that we buy at like a typical grocery store, but also restaurants that we go to. And again, this varies quite widely throughout the months, depending on, are we out on the road quite a bit and we're stopping a lot. My wife loves to travel into new areas and then kind of find some of the food that's native to that area. So those are the types of things that we're looking at which might increase it. But we're also talking about sundries, and these are just things that are just common, ordinary things that we might pick up while we're grocery shopping at Walmart. Things like deodorant, toilet paper, paper towels, things that we don't really want to separate out. Now, the total cost per month came out to $628. Okay, next up, personal services. These are things like our phone bill, Hulu and Spotify, any laundry that we end up doing along the way. These are things that we just like to spend money on per month for personal reasons. All right, the total for this, $133.25 per month. Now, honestly, I think this could be quite a bit less because at the time we were making some adjustments into switching over into a different phone service, a phone service that will save us lots and lots of money over the long run. But to do that, we also had to buy a new phone. We had to buy some things related to that type of stuff. So I do anticipate this will go down. All right, the next one on our list is medical costs. All right, so we're in pretty good health, knock on wood, but we have a health insurance premium that we have to pay each month. This would include also any doctor visits that we happen to make, trips to the chiropractor, any medicine that's specific to medical bills that we wouldn't normally have. Like, for instance, if we just buy a bottle of ibuprofen, that'll probably just be listed under sundries. But if we have to go and buy a specific prescription, then it would be listed under here. And the total for those first 4 months, on average, including the premium, would be $171 a month. The last one is going to be what I consider just miscellaneous. These are things that happen that we end up purchasing that don't really fit into any other category, but they're things that do pop up from time to time. It ended up being $46 per month. This is things like we had to buy some trailer jacks. We got our truck washed. We had to buy the phone cases for our new phones that we got for our new phone service. These are things that don't really fit under any other category, but these are things that happened in the first 4 months, so we had to put it in there. The total for the entire month, on average for the first 4 months, came to $1,439, or just really close to that. If you wanted to kind of calculate that out over an entire year, that's about $17,268 per year that we need just to break even. Now we have a sizable savings account just to help with any wild emergencies if the transmission in the truck goes down, that type of stuff. But we'd like to spend no more than what we make. And if we can, we like to make a little bit extra so we can keep adding to the savings. I think it could even go smaller, but it really just depends on, kind of what life is like at the time. As I looked at that total number, just above $17,000 that we'd need to live on, just to help you kind of put this into perspective, we know of a job that we could just work for 2 or 3 months on that pays close to $20 an hour as a work camper with a little bit of overtime. Now, as I figured it all out, we would really only have to work there about 2 months, and then we'd make all the money that we needed, and we could live 10 months just traveling however we wanted and still be in great shape. So there's too many great things to see that we don't want to spend our whole life worrying about, are we going to have to work our entire 51 weeks so that we can get that 1 week of vacation and work a little bit. Now, as promised earlier, one of the things I wanted to talk about was, what are we going to be doing as maybe a part 2 to this? And that is, how low can we go? How low can we do it? Can we really live and have the kind of lifestyle that we want to, where we get to live our love on $1,000 a month? I think it can be done. And I'm going to do a part 2 to this, which is going to show you some of the things that we can do. Now, I'm going to include here a video that you might want to go and watch right away. And it's what it was like when we compared our month of travel on January to what I would think our typical non-travel month would be like. So you can already get an idea of kind of where we're going with this. But go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell, because then you'll be notified anytime one of these videos comes up, so that you can know, hey, this is one of the ones I'm interested in. This is one, hopefully you're interested in all of them, but this is one I really want to watch. So I'd encourage you to do that. Again, this is what we love to do, and we love to share it with you. We're glad you're here, and until next time, we'll see you later.